In this help video, I'd like to look at the registration and how you manage that in the MTPredictor add-ons for NinjaTrader 8. In NinjaTrader 8, if you go to the control panel and you go to Tools, we've added a new MTPredictor menu item in the top here, and you can see underneath Settings there's our normal settings for our risk profiles and accounts, and under the analysis, there's the save analysis for when you're closing MTPredictor, and obviously the clear analysis if you're directed to by MTPredictor support for clearing your saved analysis. But the one I wanted to look at today is if you go to Tools, MTPredictor, under Registration. Can you see this one here, Registration? If we click on Registration, this shows you your MTPredictor registration for the licenses that you are entitled to with your MTPredictor. There's two sections here. Firstly is your registration information. This is your name, email, and it saves basically your password that you were given when you first purchased MTPredictor or when you upgraded to this latest version. So here it shows you how you're registered with our MTPredictor add-ons. You have an option here to change your password if you wish, and also unregister here, but this unregisters the whole of your MTPredictor. So if you think about it, this is the whole of your MTPredictor entitlements. Then there's a second section down the bottom that shows your license states for the different MTPredictor versions. So this will only show which MTPredictor versions you're entitled for. This particular PC, this entitlement, this registration is for all our MTPredictor add-ons, but if you only had your MTPredictor add-ons for NinjaTrader, you'd only show add-ons for NinjaTrader 7 and NinjaTrader 8, or if you're only using MTPredictor 8, our standalone version, it would only show you that version there. So it just shows you what you're entitled for. Here it shows you where the expiration is. These are actually 14-day trial versions because I'm testing at the moment, and you can see they're actually activated on this particular PC. So if you had one of these and it wasn't activated on this PC, it would say no there, or if it was the full version, it would show that it was the full version here. So these are basically managing your activations on your individual PCs. So if I click on one of them here, you can see you've got an option now to manage activations. If I click on this, it shows you that this is actually registered and active on this particular PC I've got here. We allow you to install on 3 separate PCs. So say for example you then want to move to another PC, what you can do here is you can deactivate the registration on this particular PC to then free that up to then install on a new PC. To deactivate is really easy. You just highlight it and then do deactivate. It really is that easy. So the activations and the licensing, you won't probably have to do much with this at all. It all happens basically in the background. But just wanted to give you a quick overview here, just to show you what options we have in here, and just to show you that this top section here is your MTPredictor registration. This shows you that you're registered for MTPredictor tools generally, and then the license status down here shows you exactly which particular versions of MTPredictor you're licensed for and whether they're active and when they expire here, and also gives you the option to manage the activations on the individual PCs. Again, we allow you to install on 3 separate PCs. If I look at the other options, Tools, MTPredictor, there's a download section here. So if you do download, this then will give you a list again of which ones you are entitled for. So if you don't have MTPredictor 8, it will only show you the NinjaTrader 7 add-ons, or if you just have MTPredictor 8, it will only show you this. And if you click on the arrow, it then allows you to download the latest version and the prior version. So these will increment as we release new versions, but it allows you to select a version and then download it onto your PC. So it makes it easy for you to download new versions. Just remind you that once you've downloaded a new version, to close MTPredictor 8 or close NinjaTrader 7 or 8 before you install the version. So if you download a new version from here, make sure you then go ahead and close NinjaTrader before you install the MTPredictor version. Lastly, we have got a section here that allows you to, if requested to by MTPredictor support, to basically email your log files and MTPredictor settings to support, and you could type in any information to help us there. And this is only to be used basically if you're having problems, and then again only if you're requested to by MTPredictor support. Otherwise you won't have to do anything with this. And lastly, under Tools, About, just reminds you what build you're on here. So you can see here this is our first build, 8.1 for MTPredictor 8, and just the terms and conditions. So the main window you have in here is the registration, just to show you that you're registered for MTPredictor add-ons or MTPredictor 8 standalone, and then allows you to manage these for your individual PCs. But most of the time this just happens in the background, so you won't really have to do much with this. Hopefully this is a lot easier and simpler system than we had before, and allows you to just use the software with not really worrying about what's happening with the registration and licensing in the background.